From the Duran Duran video, which will be available next year, so you can all rush out and buy that when it comes out. Right, fresh, just before he zaps off to Montserrat to do the new Police album, Andy Summers is with us. Hi Andy, if I could, I've taken all this PA equipment out the back of my pocket so I can sit on the comfy chairs. How are you?
Not bad.
Triff. Right, you've got a new album coming out, which, no, it's out already, isn't it?
It is out, yeah.
Yeah, with Robert Fripp, and it's called...
I Advance Masked.
What's the gen behind that title of the album? Has it got any significance, or what made you decide to call it that?
Well, actually, this title was one that we had pinned up on the wall last summer in Montserrat when we recorded, amongst myriad other titles. It was in the front of a book by Salvador Dali, but it was a phrase that I thought was particularly applicable to modern life, especially if you live in the rock world, where I think you need to maybe have a persona, which is a kind of mask, so that you can go on and not get too screwed up by the machinations of the rock industry. And
the album's got a great cover, actually, which we can get a look at if we stretch over here. Tell me if that's a great cover, an album cover. Can we see it there if I hold it still somewhat? Would you like to tell us a bit about that, the artwork, because it's fab?
There's a lot of effort in it. Yeah, this cover was done by a New York artist called Jimmy Rizzi, who's previously did an album sleeve for the Tom Tom Club. He's actually a mate of mine, and he did me a Police album about 4 years ago, which we haven't used as yet. But this is a piece of artwork that I have at home, so I was really happy.
Yeah, it's a terrific cover. What about the actual combination of Robert Fripp and Andy Summers? Because to me, it immediately appeared to me to be a rather strange combination for me, knowing you with your police work with the Police. How did that come about? How did you get to meet Robert?
It may seem strange in the fact that we're really on two different ends of the rock spectrum, I suppose. But I think really that's what makes it work. It's we're so unlike maybe as personalities, and even guitar players. We, very different ways of playing and approaching playing the guitar, which I think manages to make it work, because there's a kind of tension there of trying to come together to make your music work, and I think that really is true of any good group music experience. It's when people are really different that the effort to come together to make the music is what...
And do you think that this will affect your future solo musical outlook on things, if you go on to do other solo work, or as opposed to the work you do with the Police? How do you think that this album will...
Well, it's difficult to say specifically what's going to happen, but I think all these experiences colour you along the way.
Well, we got a bit of the video which you made to go with it coming up shortly, but also I was having a quick look at it earlier on, and there's kind of exotic dancers or what have you. Did you have anything to do with the background to that as well?
During the day we did, yes.
I'm not talking about what you did with the dancers. I mean, how about shut up, you lot, I'm doing this. No, I mean, they're kind of dancing around doing exotic things. But is that to do with the music, or is it totally, sort of just to make everything look...
Well, I think it's in the eye of the beholder. I mean, originally those girls were going to be musicians, but we preferred to have them dancing around with almost nothing on in the end. It was more exciting for Robert and I.
Disgusting it is. Well, and what about the future Police work that's coming up? What about the new album in Montserrat?
Yeah, well, we're counting down now. The days are finally going away until we go off to Montserrat. We're leaving on November the 30th, and we have 6 weeks there, and then we go from that tropical climate up to Montreal in the depth of winter to finish it off.
So with Duran Duran out east and you going out to Montserrat and whatever, I have to make do with Hastings in October, but maybe things will change in the future. I'm going to get...
Not for you.
Well, I'm going to go... thank you very much. I'm going to go over in a minute... shut up, you lot. I'm going to go over in a minute and put on a cassette, because you have to do everything for yourself, Randy, as you might have noticed. Demarcation, but never mind. And we'll see a bit of your video, so up we go. Where is it? Oh, here it is.